coconut layers cake for a small family. Sugar, tapioca, rice flour, coconut milk, and then salt and water. That's all we need. Okay, so pretty simple and straightforward. Let's get the batter going, the coconut and the sugar and the water. Let's melt them. Like I said, we're gonna break down the recipe. So I will be getting I want mine to be sweet, so I'm gonna measure about 2 cups. If you do not like that much sweet, 1.5 cup of sugar. Okay. Now I'm gonna put a pinch of salt in here too. Salt. Okay. For the coconut, we only need 21 ounce. If you were to do the measurement, it probably 1 can and a half from a 14 ounce. Okay. Recipe, you need 1.5 cans of coconut milk or 21 ounce, and I'll be using this cup to measure. It will be 21 ounce. So my cup and here tell you how many ounce. So 21 ounce would be right in here. Okay, and here's 24 and right here 16. So I'll be getting very close as much as I can to the 24 ounce. Okay. All right, 21 ounce. For the water, we're gonna need about 2 cups and a quarter of warm water. Okay. So it's gonna be 2 cups and a quarter. Using the same picture to measure the water. So you might see that the water is not clear, it's more onto the milky color. But because from the same picture that I use to measure from the coconut. We need 2 1/4 cup of water. So it'll be 2 1/4 of water. Just gonna bring it to warm so the sugar will melt, okay? Remember that I only do this to melt the sugar. So I'll stir this for a good couple of minutes. Okay, I'm gonna transfer to this glass bowl so you will see them easily, okay? Let's stir this first. For this one, we need 3/4 cup, which means more than half, but less than 1/4. So 3/4. So 3/4 is about 75% cup. Remember, the cup here is full, 1 cup, half cup. We need this about 75%, so which is 3/4 cup of the rice flour. Okay, this is a 1 full cup, but I only need 75%. we're gonna be using a filter just to get any crumb out, okay? Okay, now this is all the batter that we mix it together: sugar, water, coconut, and a pinch of salt. We're gonna use this measuring picture to see how much, because I never done this before for a small size, how much we're getting basically. This give me 7 cups, so which means we're gonna be doing 2 color, 7 cups. I actually got total of 7 cups, and I'm gonna do 2 tone color, so 2 separate color. I'm gonna measure 3.5 for one color and another 3.5 for the second color. Instead of doing 7 layer, I'm doing 6 layer, because I do not have enough to do 8 layers. So either 6 layer, and which means you get equally color for each color, or 7 layer, which means you get 4 color and 3 color, and at the end the top and the bottom is going to be the same color, and I do not like that. So I want the top and the bottom to be separate color, different color. So I decided to go 6 cup, 6 layer for 7 cup. For the color itself, I'm just gonna use the color on this one here. And then you don't want to stir too much too, because it creates bubble. You can use whatever color you like and whatever color you have in your pantry, okay? This is a size 9 by 9 square. 7 cup, it will give me very close to the top. And per layer, we're gonna do, even though 7 cup, we're gonna do 6 layer only. Which before we do that, I'm gonna spray some veggie oil or olive oil, and then we can let it steam for a good 2 minutes, making sure that the oil get grease on the pan. Because when after it's cooked, when we flip it over, we want to make sure that it come out easily. Okay, a little bit of oil, veggie oil, olive oil, and then I'm gonna use a napkin or paper towel. I'm gonna be touching the bottom very good. Okay, make sure you're touching the bottom very good, because you want to make sure that it greases very well on your pan. From the side as well, and then from the bottom. Okay, very good. For the measurement, I measure 1 cup, 3 tablespoons per layers. We can make it will give me total of 6 layers. For the first layer, I only did 1 cup and 2 tablespoons, and it seemed like a little bit too thin, so I go ahead and add 1 more tablespoon. So it should be 1 layer and 1 cup and 3 tablespoons per layers. We're gonna do this for 4 minutes, okay? So we're done with the first layer. I opened the lid and I let it sit in there for a good 1 minute to 2 minutes, just making sure that there's no more water running through. And now we're moving on to the second layer. Like I said, the second layer was still going to be 1 cup and 3 tablespoons as well. Be very careful when you open the lid. It's very steaming hot, So use a kitchen glove to cover your hand or your arm when you pour the batter into this cake pan, because you do not want your hand to get hurt or burned. Here's one special tip to help you. The third layer is 8 minutes, but because I see that's more than 5 minutes, I remove the lid and I use a dry cloth to dry the inside of my lid and cover back on to prevent any steaming water dripping inside my cake. Very important. You will notice that my color of the cake is brighter in pink compared to before we steamed them. Before, the color is more soft pink, but now it's brighter pink. Make sure that you continue to use a dry cloth or clean cloth to dry your lid so the water will not drip inside your cake. As we continue to steam it takes longer time to steam per layer as it gets thicker and thicker, and it will take more. It will have more water falling back down inside these your steamer. So you want to make sure that you use a clean dry cloth to wipe out any water inside your lid. Finally, this is our last layer, which is layer number 6. And we're going to use a screw to test it out to see if it's really cooked. If it come out clear, then it's all cooked and you're ready to go. If it's not cooked, then we have to restand it for like another 5 more minutes or so. Okay, so my layers cake is fully cooked and steamed, ready to go, ready to eat. But because it's still very hot, I'm gonna bring outside my house into my garage and let it cool down for a good 30 minutes, and then I will bring right back in to cut and then ready to be served. Still very hot. So we're gonna wait for like 2 hours, but because it's winter, it's cold, I'm just gonna go put outside in the garage, and we could hopefully be able to cut within the next 40 minutes. Okay, so it's been outside for a good 40 minutes of the vent, and it's still pretty warm, but then I should be able to cut. Let's see. I usually combine more covers. And then I like to cover the plastic film on my knife. It will make things a lot easier to cut, so it doesn't get stuck on my hand and also on my knife. So my husband actually waiting to get some goodie. Okay, so yes, my hand's clean and I make it for my family, so it's fine. But if you were to sell them, please use glove. Ooh, wow. Look, it's so soft. You know, I could think of fat. Okay, let me cut this. This is the pink and the orange 6 layer. Let me put this in. I use whatever color I have in the house. So. Ooh, still nice and warm. It took me 2 hours to have all this thing ready. So it took a good 30 minutes to get ready, and then a good 15-20 minutes for the water to be boiled, and then it took a good 60 minutes to steam 6 layers. And keep in mind though, if the bigger the layers cake you're making, it will require more time to steam. This one, because it's a 9x9 score, it took me a good 60 minutes. There you go. It's soft, and you could peel layer by layer. This is why I'm talking about 6 layers. I want the beginning, the first layer, and the last layer to be different color. That's why I wanted to do earlier. I was thinking about doing 7 layers because of 7 cup and do 1 cup per layer. However, I like it to be different color for the first and the last layer. So I decided I'm gonna use 7 cup and then make it into 6 layers only. So per layer, when I did the measurement, it's about 1 cup and 3 tablespoons, or 1 cup and 1/4 to do the measurement. Okay, so 1 cup and 1/4. The orange. It's very soft, very chewy. So good. The fun part about this layers cake is that you could take them apart and eat layer by layer. Otherwise, you could just eat together. I did earlier, it's for a half tray, and that might seem to be a little bit too much. And if you don't finish, you need to refrigerate it or pass to your friends and family to help you eat them. Otherwise, this video, I cut down the recipe into half. So when I did cut down to half, it's just enough just for your family. I got just enough for the family. Enjoy.